What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Why y'all ain't tell me that it was a judgment against Anthony Anderson as far as alimony and divorce court and family court? Why y'all ain't tell me about that, huh? I'm over here in Dallas chilling, minding my business. I just left from over at the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm over here and I just left from downtown Dallas, so I was chilling over there. And now I'm just browsing and having a conversation, and I jump on my iPad and then I go over to the news, and then I see that Anthony Anderson is basically being required to give up an egregious amount of money in order to make sure that he supports his wife that he'd been married to for an extended period of time in a form of spousal support, right? Alimony, right? Now, I'm assuming that either their kids are grown or they don't have any kids, but he was married to a black woman, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily substantiate anything, because I just want to establish that this did not happen with a snow bunny. Let me repeat. This did not happen to a snow bunny. Shout out to everybody that rocks out with Umar Johnson and likes to have conversations about the difference between different cultures and what they do to their man and the white woman versus the black woman and all of this. This is Western culture. At some point, y'all gonna realize that it's not about what color you are, but it's based off of the culture that you subject yourself to. And what I'm reading, or what I read, because I had to go and follow up for myself just to see what was going on. I seen y'all starting to send me the emails and stuff like that after I had already checked it out for myself. But what I'm seeing is that Anthony Anderson, let me make sure that I get this straight, I'm gonna get it all correct, is being required to pay the equivalent of $240,000 every single year. So basically the equivalent of $250,000 every single year. But the one thing that I didn't see is that it's an end date. So that basically equates to the equivalent of about $20,000 a month. $20,000 a month, and she gets a property in Houston. He get the property in LA. And then if you make over, this is wild. You don't just get a set amount. They're taxing his future earnings based off of his potential to make over $2 million. If he makes more than that, then she can get up to $400,000 or more. It basically doubles, so she'll get basically 20% of his income if he's making over $2 million a year. So if he make $1 million a year, she basically get a quarter of it, so he's really making $750,000. If he make over $2 million a year, she get 20% of his earnings. What kind of shit is that? What world do we live in where you get alimony based off of whatever it is that I could potentially make longer term? That's crazy. And you know what the funny part about it is that I'm reading that she actually filed for divorce in 2015. Now, a lot of people say stuff like, well, it's cheaper to keep her, and you should just continue to rock out like this, or so on and so forth. I'm saying that he probably should have let her go a long time ago, because his future earnings is what it is that they going off of now. But if he'd have made the adjustment back then, it probably could have cost him less, because I don't know if he was making just as much money as he was making when he was on Blackish, right? He wasn't as big of a star. In 2015, somebody let me know in the chat. 2015, was Anthony Anderson making a significantly more amount of money, or is he making less money? Because I know that Blackish is not even on right now. Actors and writers, they on strike and stuff like that, right? And so I don't even know if he's making the type of resources and money to be able to settle on what it is that he's gonna make. We don't know what his potential future earnings is gonna make. I would have just gave her a lump sum. Hey, listen, baby girl, here's an M. Appreciate you for your work, so on and so forth. Now, I will also say that one caveat to this is that they had been together, I believe, close to like 15 or 20 years. Don't quote me on that. Listen, I got a C student's memory, so I don't remember everything as much as I should have, the things that's meaningful to me. But we establishing a rule of thumb here. I'm cool with the idea that she held you down, she was helping you shoot in the gym, if that's what the case is. The thing that I'm not cool with the fact is that A, it's no end date. B, the amount of alimony or spousal support can go up depending on how much he makes in the future. And then C, there's no cutoff date for you to actually be able to get your own job and be able to take care of yourself. So you telling me that she can be with another dude and you're supporting her, and she can move on, get into another relationship, and you still paying for her lifestyle. I don't agree with that. You telling me that even if he make more money, she has no reason to go and get a job because all she got to do is chill and live like a fat rat based off of the fact that you still supporting her, well, then that means I should still be able to bust her down. I'm largely of the opinion that if you are able to support somebody and you still supporting them and you still taking care of them, you should have access to them. You should have access to the box. I should be able to come into the house whenever I want to. I should have a key. As long as I'm taking care of you and as long as I'm supporting you, I don't care what happened. You're going to have to send me to jail, take away the key, because as long as I'm paying for it, I'm coming over there to get it. Now, he may not even want it. And then that's when they should be able to divest themselves, but it should be a cutoff date, and they should not continue to base it upon how much more money he makes. That's crazy. She get a car, she get a crib in Houston, she gets to take care of herself based off of your resources, and she gets to move on and not even worry about being married again because you're going to be taking care of her and paying her $250,000 for the rest of her life. Or at least until the judge decides something different. And why would she go and get a job? Why would she do anything differently? Right? Why wouldn't she just continue to stay under duress and say, oh my God, this is the lifestyle that he afforded me? This is why she got to have some skin in the game. This is why I regularly say stuff like, oh no, you're going to have to work. Oh, you're going to have to add value. When we have this conversation about relationships, ain't no soft life, ain't no retirement. Either you working with me, right, or for me, or you're going to be working against me and I got to walk away from the situation. If she's not bringing that paycheck home, then what is it that we talking about, right? You need to have an equal equity in what it is that we doing, which means that you got to put in an equal amount of work in order for you to justify how it is that we moving going forward. And so I don't agree with it. And I think that, again, I say this all the time. It's the difference between being successfully married and being in a relationship. The difference is this. It's how you operate and how you set the foundation, and that's going to determine how it is that y'all moving going forward. Guys should largely sit this one out. I know that y'all still living in this fantasy world. You still are, Disney characters and all of that. I think that guys should largely sit this one out. There's no reason why guys, specifically as it relates to the family court laws and the system that you have to subject yourself to, that you should continue to get married under this duress mindset that they continue to put you in when you decide that, or if she decides that she want to walk away. She filed for divorce. He didn't. Yeah, for every Jeezy that filed for divorce from a Jenny Ma, you got an Anthony Anderson that's been with his chick for decades, and she decided to file for the divorce. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I rock with y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all in Detroit tomorrow. I appreciate you for continuing to hold me down. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, get that Teach Hanley. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Hey, Dallas, y'all have been phenomenal to me. I love Dallas. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.